as of January 16th, Sega filed 2 trademarks, not one, but 2 trademarks for one of their long-forgotten franchises in Skies of Arcadia, or Eternal Arcadia in Japan. Personally, I actually like Skies of Arcadia more than, the name Eternal Arcadia. And I don't always do that with like the Japanese stuff. The homeland always get their stuff better. It always be better. Remember the old Final Fantasy covers? Just a white cover with the clean ass logo in the PlayStation era. Everybody in Japan got that. We got, it wasn't bad, but personally, it just was something simple and clean. Like Kingdom Hearts, about the logo right in the center, with just the white cover. Metal Gear did that too, now that you think about it. But before we go any further, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button. Matter of fact, you ain't even gotta be new to the channel. Just appreciate if y'all hit the like button. But if you are new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all things geek, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Skies of Arcadia dropped way back in November-ish 2000. I remember, because of the fact that I couldn't find a PS2, so I end up getting a Dreamcast, even though Dreamcast had been out for like 18 months or something. But Dreamcast at the time had them RPGs. So you know me, I had to go where them RPGs were. What they had was Shenmue, they had Grandia 2, they had Skies of Arcadia, and at the time, I couldn't find a PlayStation 2, and the only RPG-ish was like, Summoner? Which I still never played. Orphan? Yeah, Orphan, which was from the anime, Orphan. And I think it was like, in Bouncer, if you want to count Bouncer as an RPG. But before, because I know how the interweb is. I mean, I live on it. Before we go any further or go too crazy, Eternal Skies and Skies of Arcadia are just the 2 things that Sega trademarked. So we really don't know what it is or what they're doing. It could even be something as simple as, like, maybe they're doing a Valkyria Chronicles 5, or maybe they're doing some other kind of Sega RPG or game where they're going to be in need of trademarking those names or using those characters from said titles, both in America and in Japan. I always wanted Vi's on Smash Brothers. I always thought that I love the fact that there were I know he's another sword character, but Vi's would have had different moves. Moons, give me strength. I'll put Vi's with the water moon. Water's my favorite element. But we getting off a topic. You can't get too excited because we don't know what's gonna happen, but something like this did happen right before the new Bait and Kados dropped. Bandai Namco like re-trademark stuff. You just want to shore up your shit real quick before you go out. I mean, let me check my debit card. Let me make sure I got the money before I go out. I'm out here trying to spend a little too much, and it hit that. Could you imagine if your bank account? Oh, actually, it does. Yeah. Banks have an alert if you hit a certain thing. Anyway, okay. So, Skies of Arcadia is one of my favorite all-time games. I just dropped my phone. I got excited talking about Skies of Arcadia. Skies of Arcadia is one of my all-time favorite games, and that's what I was talking about earlier. I love the fact that they had 2 names. The Japanese, what they always do, the Japanese and the American name, but I really like Skies of Arcadia more because of the fact that Eternal Skies, it just sounds deeper than it is. And for me, what Skies of Arcadia was an experience of exploration in the early days, which it was like, if you want to say an early open world game, and then it was the ship battles. It was more of the gameplay for me personally, and the characters, maybe three or four. Some characters were good. Like, I'm more of a I ship Ica, which is my favorite character. Ica and then
that was a tough.
I shipped those two together. Fina just felt like Mint. She felt like Aerith. She felt like a lot of those, atypical female characters back in the 90s in RPGs. This is one of the reasons, even though I did like Philia from Tales of Destiny, but Philia from Tales of Destiny had not only the Velma thing, but she had like her own apprehensions and was open about it. Fina was just kind of vanilla, in my opinion. But what Skies of Arcadia shined in was the ability to make your own islands, and then recruit, I think it was up to 30 different people or 30 different support characters that actually will make your ship do better. And in the ship doing better, it was because of the fact that you would get different buffs for your cannons or your boosters. You would get different buffs for different attributes or moves, and that really helped out in the game. It's a crystal-based game. Go to one place, get the crystals. It's an evil person trying to do some stuff. But again, it was the characters, and they had some light for me. And this is, you see how I'm treading water. No spoilers included in this video. But Skies of Arcadia for me was more about the gameplay. So you can see my excitement just talking about it. It's got me rambling. But Skies of Arcadia was one of those games for me that at the time, it opened up a whole new world. No, literally, it did. It was, the story felt very tried and true to RPG, but with a turn-based combat system that you kind of had to use with certain spirit points and stuff, and you would have to use focus. And it gave a different element of strategy, and that also carried over into the ship battles. Plus, a lot of the support characters, even if it's some quirky shit, a lot of the support characters on all 30, I'm gonna say at least 22, were solid characters. Like, when you seen them or you talk to them, you looking at a character like, can I recruit you? Can I recruit you? Can I recruit you? And then when you start later on in the game getting the ability to name, make your own flag and customize your own island, it gave it a whole sense of, and I'm a big dream dude, that's my word, dream. And it gave you that dream which Vibes was talking about in the beginning. But that's all I got for y'all on this one. I can go on and on about my top 10 RPGs, or just RPGs in general, especially those ones which I think the bad thing is nowadays, and I said I wasn't gonna go on, but the bad thing about nowadays is when you're playing these games, it's more about the glitz, the glam, the Hollywood, and I live in LA, so I know how the Hollywood work. Like, it gotta be flash and dash is what they tell you. But it's something about those grassroots RPGs that if you couldn't make the budget for these particular graphics, then what you would do is you would focus on the gameplay and the characters. It's like you pick 2 out of the big 3, the gameplay, graphics, and story or characters, or 4. You pick a couple of them and you focus on, and a lot of great games came out during that time. Legend of Legaia, I just seen the homegirl did a video about Legend of Legaia. A Breath of Fires. It's so many games from Lufia from that time. Secret of Mana, Valkyria Profile, and that had the graphics too. That was also a game that dropped in 2001, the last PlayStation RPGs. But I'm out of here, y'all. Like I said, we just went down the rabbit hole, or I just went down the rabbit hole, and I appreciate it. if you stuck to the end. So if you did stick to the end and you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to like the channel if you like the content that you are digesting. And as always, in the web, remember to eat, geek, sleep, repeat. I'm gonna holler at y'all on the next one. Peace.